Hello everybody, it is me, Ironmouse, and I brought my friends on a ship.
I'm so excited.
Connor, what the
Come on, guys. I'm not. You gotta have a little
holy
wings.
shit!
Come on.
I'm like, oh, I'm really scared.
Bro, these people act like they've never been outside.
It's dark. Finally, for once in LA, it's nighttime.
I've never been here.
Hi.
This is my first time.
There's already some ghosts here.
Oh,
They're as wide as I heard about in the comics.
Sorry.
Where do we go? Oh, where are we going? Wait, where'd Finn go?
They're going to.
Oh no, we lost him.
Well, okay, that was
oh my god.
a good tour. He's already gone. They're already gone.
The ghost got him.
The ghost got him. He's dead. He's a 49 ghost or whatever.
Finn, no!
Imagine. Just.
Whoa.
Alright, cool. Hi. Welcome aboard the Ironmouse Queen Mary. My name is Finn. I'm going to be your tour guide today for the Paranormal Ship Walk Tour. We kind of have like some quick safety stuff I'd go through really quickly. Most of our housekeeping stuff doesn't apply to any of you, because normally we're like, don't film and stuff, but that doesn't really apply to this. So safety stuff. The Queen Mary is almost, the Queen Mary is almost 90 years old. She's going to be 91 in September. So she's a lot of what we're going to call character to her.
Nice.
This means sometimes the floors or walkways may be uneven. This is especially true at the threshold of rooms. A lot of times there's like a little bumps, so please be mindful. Also, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we'll be doing a lot of stairs today on this tour. So make sure at all points you are watching your step. I know you think you look cooler when not holding onto the handrail. You're not going to look cool when you slip and fall. So hold on to the handrail. And lastly, in my opinion, most importantly, the Queen Mary is a very large ship. For scale of reference, she is almost twice the size of the Titanic.
Oh, wow.
I know it is super tempting for one to go and explore the whole ship, which we're free to do so at the end of the tour. But what I will ask is, as we're going through, please do not wander off. Because one, I'll catch you, because I will always catch you. And two, I'll be really embarrassed if there's only about 10 of you and I somehow lose you. So let's try to avoid that. Plus, if I can't find you, I'm going to be really sad when I talk about you on my ghost tours tomorrow. And I don't want to have to do that, so let's all stick together. That's it for safety. Does that sound all pretty good for everyone?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Before we get to the actual ghosts themselves, I'm going to give you a super brief history of the Queen Mary. It's kind of give you some context as to what the ship was used for versus what's used for now. It's just so my stories make a little bit more sense. However, I know that you're here for ghosts, so I'll keep it super brief, less than 5 minutes, I pinky promise. So the Queen Mary was originally owned and operated by the Cunard Line. It's a British shipping company. From 1840 to late 20th century, Cunard had an agreement with the British government to haul mail back and forth from Europe to North America. There's actually what's called the RMS Queen Mary. It stands for Royal Mail Ship. They began with the Queen Mary in 1930, along with their sister ship, the Queen Elizabeth. However, if you are familiar with the 1930s, not a good time for the economy. So the Great Depression shut down the project only a year later. Eventually, the British government did offer Cunard a loan to finish building both ships on one condition: they had to merge with their rival shipping company, the White Star Line. Are any of you familiar with the White Star Line by chance? I'll give you a hint. Think of a super
I'm
famous
smart, I'm
ship.
taking notes.
I'll give you another hint. It sank.
Titanic.
Exactly right. We got it. The White Star Line is
I got it later. I was like, I don't know if
She's
it's
so
bad.
smart.
No, that is what it was, yeah. So White Star Line is most known for the Titanic, which sank back in 1912. So they agreed to do the merge between the Cunard White Star Line. They had the money to keep building. The Queen Mary set sail on her maiden voyage on May 27th, 1936. She offered a weekly express service from Southampton, England to New York City, with a short stop in Cherbourg, France. Now, she did this route up until the autumn of 1939, to near World War II as wars declared in Europe. In March of 1940, she was called on by British Admiralty for active war service, so essentially she was drafted. She was painted a Navy battleship gray, became a troop transport, a hospital ship, and at the end of the war, a bride and baby shuttle, which we'll talk about a bit later. After all of that, she was refitted, returned to passenger service in July of 1947, and she did that for like 20 more years. But when the 60s hit, ocean liners like the Queen Mary began to lose a lot of money for one very simple reason: airplanes. Jet air travel, way cheaper and way faster than taking the Queen Mary. So Cunard decided to sell the ship. The highest bid comes from the city of Long Beach, California for $3.45 million, which is about $32 million
That's a ship
in
in
today's
either
time.
lane? What?
So on October 31st,
For real?
Halloween 1967, the Queen Mary sets out what's called her last great cruise. She leaves Southampton and arrives here on December 9th, 1967. In 1968, they start renovating her, turning her into the hotel, tourist attraction, and event space she is today. We opened to the public in May of 1971. As of this year, when we reach December, she'll have been here for 58 years, which is longer than she was ever actually sailing. That's super brief and necessary to the Queen Mary. Does anyone have any questions? No, because you're all here for ghosts. Fair enough.
Beautiful old woman.
You're all good. We're done with it now, unfortunately. I'll talk about this in here. So, the Queen Mary, while she does have a very extensive history, she is more well known now, at least in my opinion, for her constant paranormal activity and frequent hauntings. So much so, both Time Magazine and National Geographic have named her to be in the top 10 most haunted places in the world. How they make that list? I don't know. What the criteria is? I don't know. But we are number 7, so yippee!
Lucky number 7.
Exactly. Now, the reason why the Queen Mary is thought to be so haunted is during peacetime there was over 58 recorded deaths on board. I say during peacetime because I mentioned she was used during World War II. From March of 1940 until she was done being used as a bride and baby shuttle, all of those records and ship's logs are actually still sealed to this day by the British government, meaning we don't have access to any of them. A captain on board during World War II was quoted saying he'd be seeing a death on board every 4 hours. We don't know how accurate that is, but we do keep in mind this was used as a hospital ship, so the suspected death count is much higher. But because we don't know, we say somewhere 58 during peacetime. On the first of this tour, I'm going to take you to a lot of paranormal hotspots on board the ship, explain to you the stories associated with them, and how they came to be considered haunted. Also, right now, I'm going to give you a super quick lesson on hauntings themselves. So parapsychologists, aka professional like ghost hunters or paranormal investigators, usually talk about 2 types of hauntings. There is residual and there is intelligent. Residual, think of it like a reel of film that plays on loop. The spirit of the deceased is not interacting with the environment, kind of just living a moment or a few
So
moments
there's
of their life
dumb
over
ghosts
and
and smart
The
ghosts.
idea behind this is that we as people and most things in the universe are made of energy. When we go, that energy goes somewhere. So it is thought that certain high or low moments of your life, you might shed some of that energy gets left behind. That is what accounts for residual haunting. Think of it like a stain on time where the Queen Mary is shown its memories. And intelligent haunting is the fun stuff you see in Hollywood movies. The poltergeist activity, where the spirit of the deceased interacting with or messing with the living. They can touch you, they can talk to you, they can move furniture, all kinds of crazy things. The spirit is conscious and they are aware, though they may not know that they're dead. On board the Queen Mary, we have both types of hauntings. I'm going to talk about both over the course of this tour. Which leads me, of course, to this lovely room that we are in right now. So this is the bridge, it's also known as the wheelhouse. And if you could not tell based off the context clues, it's where they steered the ship. Now, truthfully, we have 2 spirits we're seeing up here in the bridge, also known as the wheelhouse. One is the spirit of an officer, and one is the spirit of a captain. I'll talk about the officer up here, and the captain when we get down to the captain's quarters, because that kind of seems more fitting. Now, this officer who's seen here in the bridge, he's been seen here, he's been seen in the captain's quarters, he's been seen just wandering the decks, and he's been seen in a ladies' restroom on A deck. Before I explain who he is, I would first like to defend why he's seen in the ladies' restroom on A deck. The Queen Mary is old, I said she's 90. Not every room is the exact same. That restroom is a great example. At some point in time, they kind of just flipped. So from his perspective, ladies, you just walk into the men's room, and he's equally uncomfortable with you being in there. But he's believed to be the spirit of Senior Second Officer William Stark. He was an officer on board the Queen Mary after World War II and returned to passenger service, I think late 1940s. What had happened was, one night he had a very rough shift up here at the wheelhouse, just horrible weather. The Queen Mary was going across the North Atlantic, which tended to have really bad weather. And if you don't believe me on how stressful it could be, you don't have to. You actually look at these lovely windows. You notice several, especially over here on the port side, are cracked. These are original windows. They were cracked by waves hitting them. Also, to kind of further add, the glass in each of those windows is over an inch thick. And to further add to that, the Queen Mary is still floating. We're not sitting on a platform or anything, so where we are in the water is about where she would have sat in the water. So if you can imagine you're trying to steer the ship, and there are waves not only high enough to reach these windows, but with enough force to crack them, I imagine you two would be a little stressed. So at the end of his shift, Officer Stark had agreed to get drinks down to the other captains and officers down the captain officers' quarters. This was very daily occurrence, basically. Either the officers and the captain, or sometimes I'd invite guests of notoriety like celebrities. They get drinks down the captain's quarters, and they'll go down to dinner with the first class guests. On this particular occasion, Officer Stark gets there first. He's had a rough day. He wants to start drinking. So he asks the captain's steward for a bottle of gin. He wants a gin neat specifically. So the captain's steward kind of searches around, comes back a few minutes later with a bottle of gin that he found in a footlocker.
Daddy wants to drink.
Fourth
He
class
wants
for
to
Officer
meet the ladies in the
Officer Stark just
bathroom.
knocks it back, quickly realizes it wasn't gin, and even says out loud, "I do believe I've just poisoned myself." Because, spoiler alert, he did. It wasn't gin. He drank carbon tetrachloride, an industrial cleaning agent. Think of it like Drano or bleach. You drink about that much of it. That in itself, really bad. How he responded made it worse.
Oh no.
As the other officers get there, he tells them what happened. They say, "Hey, you should probably go to the infirmary." He says, "No, I'll be fine," and he continues to drink for the rest of the night. Given he's now drinking alcohol, not carbon tetrachloride, doesn't really help his case. The next morning, he wakes up feeling incredibly ill, still refuses to go to the infirmary. 2 days later, when he leaves to the shore, he's then taken to the hospital because he cannot move. He dies there a few hours later. Because of this, The spirit of Senior Second Officer William Stark is thought to remain on board as one of our intelligence spirits. He's very much conscious and aware. For the most part, he does what he would have been doing while working on board. Now, we do have a first officer to this day. His name is Officer Jasek. He first started working here when he was in his late teens, early 20s, so think the 1980s. Not to date him like that, but the 1980s. What had happened was, now Officer Jasek to this day insists that he's seen 3 ghosts in his life. The first is when he was 5. The second is when he was 19. The third was a few years ago. When he was 19, he was up here at the bridge, and it was his job to close, because every day, to this day, one of us tour guides has to come in here and close every night. So as he's walking through, he's kind of just going, and something in the corner of his eye catches his attention. He looks up, and in that doorway, he sees a man in an officer's uniform just standing there, looking at him. Now, if you do not know what an officer's uniform is, that is totally okay. I'm going to explain to you what it is right now. An officer's uniform is exactly what I'm wearing, but without the name tag, without the Doc Martens. I think they had different shoes back then. Besides that, it's an officer's uniform. It's what us tour guides wear. So if you are walking around later and you see somebody dressed like me and you want to know if they're a spirit or a tour guide, I'll give you a super helpful hint right now. If they have a septum ring, that is a tour guide. If they don't, it's either a spirit or like a less cool tour guide. So Officer Jasek sees this man. He has no idea who this guy is. He's not one of his fellow coworkers, and this man is just staring dead at him. So Officer Jasek takes a few steps forward. This man doesn't break eye contact. Takes a few more steps forward. This man will not look away. Officer Jasek looks down for just 1 second to unhook this chain. When he looks back up, the man's completely vanished. Officer Jasek is freaking out because he's 19 and this has never happened. So he starts to search around the chart room, the bridge, all of that. This man's simply gone. He goes down to the captain's quarters. He's running all around Sundeck trying to find this man who simply vanished into thin air. To this day, he's convinced that he saw Officer Stark that night. And he's not the only one. I mentioned that he's been seen wandering the decks.
Damn.
Now, a lot of guests on board the Queen Mary get lost. I don't blame any of you. It's a very large and confusing ship. I work here and I get lost. But a lot of times when they find their way back to like hotel lobby or passenger information or anything like that, they'll explain that as they were lost, a man in an officer's uniform gave them the directions to where they needed to go. We'll ask for a description because Sammy is a tour guide doing a really good job. They'll then give a description that almost every time to a perfect T matches Officer Stark. So we do think that he's still kind of out there helping out guests any way he can. Meaning, if I somehow lose all of you on my tour, and you run into someone just like me, but they're a little more translucent than me, that might be Officer Stark. I don't think he's going to send you back to me, but he's going to send you somewhere. So good luck with that. Now, this is a space that I let you guys check out on your own for a few minutes. I've opened the chart room. They were used for navigation, so you can totally look around, take pictures, anything like that. If you see anything you have questions about, ghosts or otherwise, please feel free to ask.
Anything you want to see,
So
Max?
knowledgeable.
I want to go stand in the same doorway. I want to feel the ghost energy.
No, I want to see everything.
Right here.
It was just stupid.
It was right here.
Right in the doorway.
I mean, it's pretty cold right here. I'm like,
Oh my
What's
god.
the meter say? What's the meter say?
Spooky.
shoot.
You just went through a man.
Yeah, tell me what the meter says.
It's pretty low. There's not a lot. Oh.
Oh, he probably went to the bathroom.
touch it.
Wait, what? What the?
I mean, it's beeping a little bit. That's crazy.
Nice.
Did you say we should explore in here?
Yeah, you can totally go in there.
Okay.
Ooh. I want to see.
Let's wait here. We'll follow.
This place just looks really spooky.
What's here? Okay, this is like a captain's quarters. What is this? Can I go in?
Oh, that's,
No. What? I wanted to try. Why not?
is that where the cabin
This is great.
was? It's
I guess. I
small.
don't know if there was this huge window.
Is this what Wales is like?
No, this is not what Wales is like. My room is way smaller than this. No, I try. Let me in. Let me see what the thread count is on that bench.
Oh, wait, is that wool?
Oh God, right, let's have a look. Okay. Well, this room's depressing. What are you doing here?
This is gonna be Connor just saying everything that's depressing the whole time.
What is like what?
Oh, I was pretending like...
I mean, you read kind
Oh,
Do we
okay.
have any good books in here?
Well, what's this?
Connor doesn't read.
Oh, I touched that. Shouldn't touch that. Sorry, I just.
I was looking at this.
Oh yeah, that yeah. Books, the World Book Encyclopedia from Frog to Hurst. What? Okay, all right, it's a good read. Do you reckon these are all the old books? These must be newer ones, right?
Probably.
And there's National Geographic.
The dates?
I don't know. It's Hard with the Light and
Those are big
American.
books.
Yeah, those look like unfun books. Not gonna lie. I don't think they had like Percy Jackson back then.
There's like a map. I was talking about there.
Funny that you say Percy Jack is a fun book.
Oh, it's like a fast witch.
Ooh, cool.
I can't read maps.
Cool map.
They're like in their pajamas and you're like...
Candle and shit.
I like Percy Jackson too.
It was the 20s. I think they did.
Nah, it's a British shit. We didn't have that.
I can't even reach this. Look, have it.
Well,
Oh, okay, Buff.
I can't even
Just
reach
like,
it.
oh
What do
no,
you
I can't
do?
reach
How
it.
tall were these
Don't
people
push
that
it.
were in
No
this
way.
ship? Because there's no way.
they'll get you a stool.
There's no way I
Yeah,
could
you
stand
must.
there. Like this is for tall people.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But whatever.
You could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is fine.
Well, you do it. You're
I
tall.
showed you.
You're so tall. Okay, see?
Oh well, of course
Buff's, like,
Seymour can
bent
reach.
over the
He's
desk.
tall.
He's tall.
Yeah, he is
There's no
very
way I
tall.
can do
He's
this.
very tall.
Who are you?
These open. Oh.
I probably can't even look over the freaking counter.
Probably. Oh, yeah. Okay. So okay.
Oh.
This must be the captain's like message when he came back.
Can you decipher
He's a
it?
crip. All right, let's go. I'm sweaty.
You're sweaty?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is only level 1 of the sweat box.
Like, this area will go on to our next spot.
Oh, you want us to head out, like head.
Yeah, just like head right out to the door. I just go that way.
There goes.
Stone system. That's cool.
Shia is just standing in the
What,
door.
Finn, what are these?
Well, what's
Those are all
that?
flags used for international flag codes, like signal flags. It's not for countries, they like all correspond with letters, so they would convey messages when they're coming into ports.
What kind of messages would they convey?
Great question that I don't know the exact answer to. Because I don't know international flag code myself, unfortunately.
Okay,
I'm just
okay.
a tour guide. I'm not a maritime guy, unfortunately.
Okay, I'll wait outside.
He doesn't have to know that. He doesn't have to know about
We're
the
just
flag.
we're just discussing Buff.
Sorry, I showed my ass on accident. I was trying to reach
Yeah,
the
Buff
door,
was
but...
like, Buff was presenting and that to everyone. And
My
The
bad.
ghost just shows up all of a sudden. What's
My
up?
bad, sorry.
Throw that thing back, bro.
My bad.
This is the 1920s bong. The communal bong.
Oh, do you want to try it?
No.
Why? You want to do it with me? Ew, it's sticky. It's sticky.
Why did you
That's
touch it?
resin.
resin.
Yeah. Maybe cleaned it out. It's been a while.
We're gonna go back down the stairs we just went up, but only one side.
Cool guy.
Let us go downstairs.
It's a bomb. Chat, no. That's not scary.
It is a bong. They're right.
Oh, you told him that.
You didn't hit me?
No. I don't pay attention when you speak.
Step over around. Alright, sorry, surprise. Oh wait, I have to do like this. Yeah. No, and then you stay. Yeah.
You guys can't just like go all the way through loops around. You'll see.
Just had a dance.
So yeah.
Come on in. Welcome to the captain's quarters.
We're inside now.
I was very
Ghost at the end of the hall.
Let's go.
Where's the gin?
Maybe like it's the UK shit. Maybe I can bring it back with me. I'll take this bit.
Oh, this is cute.
Take this one for one last pan.
Scary.
Why?
Wow, dude, he had so much.
Such a nice area. I guess he's the.
Yeah, but this is crazy. This is so much room.
Well, he's the
This
captain.
feels excessive.
Dude, he has 3 cup chairs.
What do you mean it feels excessive? He's the captain. He should have the most room out of everybody on the ship.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, true,
steering
I
the
know,
boat.
He's using these 3
But, yeah, but I mean, this is ridiculous.
Cool. I was like, yeah, he's the captain. He still has like
hello.
a twin-size bed.
Yeah, that
Bigger
kind
than
of
the one
sucks.
upstairs. I mean, yeah, upstairs.
Yeah, because upstairs it was like
Shit.
if there was bad weather, someone would get stuck up there. That's what that was. This is the captain's quarters. This is where the staff captain and the chief engineering. This is where all their stuff would be. Yeah. So. Well, this is where
Like
this,
all the
so all like
chairs.
3 different rooms basically.
Oh, I like his little office.
And it was very cute. Now, the way this room used to work is these walls are actually pushed out farther. This is a smaller hallway, but for the sake of it being an exhibit, it's been pushed back. Also, I feel like it goes without saying, but I do get asked every week. When this got turned into an exhibit, that is when they added the windows. They're not original. I mean, really off-putting and strange, so they're added. I mentioned that Officer Stark is seen in here, but there's also a captain who's been seen in here. So, we'll talk about the captain, obviously. We're in his quarters. It would be weird if we didn't. So the Queen Mary sailed 31 years. In those 31 years, he actually had over 30 captains, which is a really quick turnover rate for a job. The reason why is when the Queen Mary was one of the most prestigious ships in the world. In the Cunard line, she was second only to her sister ship, Queen Elizabeth. So to become captain of the ship, you had to actually work your way through the entire Cunard fleet. Because this by the time most men came to captain the ship, they were either at or very close to retirement age. Which is true of the captain, or the first captain of Queen Mary. His name was Commodore Edgar Britton. He took her on her maiden voyage and continued to sail with her after that. Whenever the Queen Mary came into a port, it's going to be called sailing day. It was always super chaotic, because you got to get all the old passengers off, all the new passengers on, take out any fuel, any resources, swap out any crew, anything like that. And there's about 2,000 passengers per crossing. This is the 1930s, so everything was on paper and took forever. So normally everyone was very involved with sailing day. However, on one particular sailing day, as they came into New York Harbor, the staff captain, they're kind of going throughout the day and he goes, hey, we haven't seen Commodore Britton, that's really weird, he's usually helping out. So he asks the Captain Stewart hasn't seen him, they start to search the ship. They check down in the engine room, see if he's like helping out the engineers, he's not down there. They check to see if he's where like the first class people check in to kind of like schmooze him with the guests, because that's also his job as captain, he's not there. They go up to the chart room where a lot of them just were, see maybe he's up there working on navigation, he's not there. Finally, they decide to check on his captain or his private quarters themselves, which is right behind you. As they go in, they find Commodore Britton unconscious in his bunk. He's then taken to the hospital, and he's then pronounced dead. It wasn't anything crazy. He was an older guy. He kind of just died of a stroke. Because of this, Commodore Britton is also thought to remain on board. He's also one of our intelligence spirits, so he's conscious and aware, though he's not nearly as social as Officer Stark is. We have very few reports of him interacting with people. Most often, they're just seeing him.
Died here.
Specifically in this room, they see him over there by that window, kind of where that little exit sign is, or they see him walking around inside the captain's quarters themselves. As this is an exhibit, which it is, but at night, like right now, it is closed, but all these lights stay on. People walking by late at night will report seeing a man in a captain's uniform standing by that window or walking around the quarters. If you want to know what a captain's uniform is, I'll tell you. It's exactly what I'm wearing, without the name tag, without the Doc Martens, and they're going to have 4 stripes on the sleeve instead of 2. And they have that fun little hat that I'm not allowed to wear, but that's okay. So that's what a captain would wear. Now, we don't believe that he thinks he's dead.
I would let you wear it.
Oh, thank you. We think that he still thinks he's coming into New York Harbor, which in my opinion is very unfortunate because Long Beach has a lot more oil rigs than New York did in the 1930s, which is a little sad. That's okay. He's most often seen in here or in the bridge and nowhere really else on board. This is a shorter story, so if you want to look around, you totally can. And then we'll move on to our next location, which is a little bit creepier than this one. But
Okay, cool.
they get increasingly creepier.
Oh,
It's like
what?
exponential.
Okay.
I like the little
We need to get Finn a captain hat.
It's a fancy little office space. It
Chad demands that Finn has his captain hat.
Well, I don't. It's stolen valor, isn't it? This is better than some bathrooms I went in the UK. I'm serious.
Whoa.
Broken toilet and
I
everything.
can't use a bathroom with a window like that.
Well, okay, I think this would be a door normally. But yeah,
It has to be
I've definitely been in
closed.
worse toilets in the
I don't
UK.
want anybody looking at me.
Oh, I guess this would have just been a wall then.
Yeah.
The ashtrays.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Broken toilet and
Everyone was
everything.
smoking back then.
Broken toilet, man. What's over here? What we got here?
It's crazy to think about.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a plus.
A bit of a study. Okay, cool.
Not here, though.
Dude, look at that fan. That thing's scary on the wall. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Imagine putting your finger in that. That'd be suck.
Final destination fan.
Yeah, literally. that's
Final
what I was saying.
destination
That's
fan.
what I would see. Mouse gets it.
That's why they
what I was
caged
saying.
it.
Ah,
They
That's
caged
probably.
it.
Probably why.
Oh my god.
But look, over here as well, there's something I want to show you. Like, it's a bit. Look at this. Finally, a good flag in this country. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
of course. Of course he wants to show us this.
God bless. God bless. God
Of
bless the
course
king.
he does.
You like this one? It's good, eh? Alright, what do we have here? Oh, it's like this is like Joey's wardrobe, I think. This is like what he wears. The jackets are fire. That's why I'm just like, this is Joey's wardrobe.
Asking why there was 4 buses, why there were 4 conflicts.
I like the jackets. I was admiring the fashion.
Yes.
Very fashion.
So,
Yeah, it's very
that's
fashion.
my favorite question about this room.
Shia's doing the.
Oh, wait. Guys, a lot of electronics happening here.
Whoa.
There's hot and cold fresh water.
There's a ghost living in the pocket of the jacket.
Property. So the fancier rooms would have.
Oh, it's going down. We got Shia.
Come on.
It's going up.
Got it.
He left.
Dude, it's a hot spot.
Right here.
It's a mare. Sign it. I'm out.
Dude, the fact that's going off right here.
Wait, can I see it?
Yeah. Go play with it.
So it's off right now, but if I put like my phone, oh, it goes crazy?
Yeah, but like, once you like look around.
Oh, okay.
It's going crazy, like right
Wait,
there.
that's so sick. Wait, so here? It's going crazy here too. Wait a minute. What the
It's not there.
Oh shit.
Okay.
This whole area is going
It's
not there.
Leave him alone. He needs privacy.
He's not here.
No, it's not there.
This is where, like, if we were in the game, we'd have to have like a chant. We'd have to have when we get out the camera, like.
We're playing Phasmophobia.
Yeah, there you go.
I found bones.
Ghost hunting.
I found something.
Bloody footsteps.
Do you guys want to go to the next spot?
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. We're gonna make it.
Hell yeah.
Also, this is just kind of like a side thing. You guys are here till 1, correct? Do you guys care if this tour goes over so that we can get everywhere? Or do you have like a specific time you want to go to?
Oh, good.
I was like, because I was told that you guys want to go to as many places as possible, so I'll take you everywhere, but we might hit over 2 hours. That's a big question.
Gabriel.
Take us everywhere.
We're gonna keep on going this way.
On the skyline. Show them like the city.
Wow. It looks so pretty. What a
Long Beach
beautiful
City.
view. Amazing view. Incredible. What?
The shoe come here.
I heard that.
The spirits is getting me.
Sorry, the Ouija board was just jerking me a little bit. Sorry.
Connor, stop. Stop jerking off.
We're actually gonna keep going this way. If someone else.
Not in front of the go.
Yeah, this is. Are any of you from Long Beach? No. That's okay. I figured. This is Long Beach. Or if you're a fan of Dexter, this is Miami. Or if you're a fan of CSI Miami, this is Miami.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know if the viewers could hear that, but apparently they use this view as a substitute for Miami, because apparently Miami is too expensive. Very fun. This is cool. Like, this area is nice.
Interesting.
It's a good place to have a sandwich.
I would love to have a sandwich on here.
Just having a sandwich, just after my shoveling coal for like 12 hours straight. I come out here, hands blackened, and I just eat my sandwich. My just plain cheese sandwich. It'd be great. How you doing, Mouse? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear.
I wasn't getting any reply there. What the heck?
You weren't listening to me. I was saying stuff.
You
Right,
did not say
chat?
anything. I didn't hear it. Did you guys hear anything?
I didn't hear it.
I hear a mouse.
Right, chat? I was talking.
I'm hungry now. That's all.
What the
If Ari's
You
in
said
chat,
cheese sandwich.
if Ari's
make
in
me
chat,
say the
hi
F word in
Ari,
front
thank you
of
for
fans.
DMing me. Ari was like messaging me. I'm like, hey
Oh,
Ari.
Ari, I think Ari
Ari
might
could
be
have been
in
here.
chat.
Ari could have been here on the tour. Could have been
Ari.
getting spooked.
Yeah, Ari, you could have been here on the tour. That's okay. She'll come next time.
No, she DM'd me. So
Ari said hi to Candii.
Only had
big fan. Mouse, I gave you 5
And to
subs. You didn't say
everybody.
thank you, but that's okay. Dude, I wish
What the
Ari
fuck?
was here.
Some
What?
talk about the story.
No, you didn't. Did you?
I did. I gave you 5 subs. I resubscribed, said big fan. You ignored me.
Whoa.
What'd she call me?
Is she talking to you? She didn't. I couldn't hear her respond to you.
She was like,
Oh, okay.
What?
I'm way too close.
I'm not Ari.
Where did they get that from, huh?
Rob couldn't hear what you
I
said.
couldn't hear the R.
What the heck? Where did they get this from? They stole this from us.
Chat, she can't hear me.
No, I mean, they can. They can. I think it's on my phone. Huh?
Candii, what the heck?
I did hear her, but I didn't
You
hear the
gave me
R.
subs?
What the heck? I didn't. What?
That's so messed up.
Yes.
Which part? The fact that I gave you 5 subs, or
Wait,
the fact you
where's-
ignored me?
We will
Yes,
be good.
don't get subs, Candii.
I'll do it right now.
You can tell it's not a real phone booth.
No,
There's a
don't.
severe lack of space.
Taking a very important call.
Hey, yo, hurry up!
Phone booth.
Hurry up! Hurry up! I gotta call the big 2! Hurry up!
Dude.
I'm sorry.
That's so funny. Bro, they spat. Oh my god. There's so many pictures of Winston Churchill in here. What the fuck is this?
You see his mustache?
What
curl?
This
the?
is the #1 Winston Glazer in here. What is this?
You see his mustache curl right here?
Why is there so many?
We get it. You like Winston.
Chat, we
Whoa.
We'll go down this way.
Oh my god,
Keep talking. I'll
they're
explain why
obsessed.
he's everywhere.
Sir Winston.
Oh, that's not. Oh, so what?
Candii, thanks so much for the 5 gifted subs, darling.
Wow.
Oh, you're welcome.
So yeah, there's
Big
tons of pictures of Winston Churchill. Here.
Laugh at the ghost too.
That'll be one of the goats. Yeah.
I think of myself more like Casper.
Why is there so much Winston Churchill?
It's a restaurant.
Oh.
A Winston Churchill
It's a
themed
Winston
fine
Churchill
dining
restaurant?
restaurant.
Dude, it's what he would have wanted.
What
He
kind
would
of
have
food?
wanted
I want to
escargot.
order something.
Walk us through the menu. What are we looking at here?
There's no
Ew.
way he was eating escargot, I can tell you that. There's
Ew,
beef
I-
tartare,
Ew.
chilled jumbo shrimp
What is beef
cocktail,
tartare?
oysters, mushroom tartare. Beef tartare is raw beef.
Ew.
Yeah, it's quite nice actually. I like it. I like it.
The right places make it really good.
Ew,
I can't
you're-
imagine Winston Churchill was the kind of guy that wanted a beef tartare.
No, code red like
Classic
beef
Caesar
tartare
salads.
too?
It's what Winston would have wanted.
Oh,
God
God.
bless.
Tuna tartare too.
French onion soup. So Winston's lobster bisque. That sounds great. Fruity de mer. Baked stuffed lobster. Steel. I mean, there's a severe lack of alcohol on this. Cocktail lounge. Okay, there's a wine list too.
Connor's tongue
He
is
used to
just
drink a lot.
so bougie.
All right, should we keep going? Let's have a
Yeah, the
look.
tour guide is like standing
Sorry,
there,
sorry,
and
sorry.
they were like, I don't know.
I was
Like,
judging the menu.
it's okay. They said,
Sorry, Phil.
Connor can't hear me.
You're literally fine. This is your guys' tour. Do it.
If he would have heard me, he would have said something.
You're the tour guide.
I was
Can't
locked
hear me.
in.
So, this is Sir Winston. You can tell based off the pictures. The biggest reason why we have this space, or why it's called Sir Winston's, is Sir Winston actually, or Sir Winston Churchill, he came on board the Queen Mary several times during World War II. We actually have a suite dedicated to him. It's called the Churchill Suite because it's the room that he was believed to
This
stay
is
in
my perfect
while he came on board.
eye
There's
level
actually
on
like
what
an
I would
urban,
look like if
guess
I was
not
sitting
urban,
at
it's like a
this
legend that
table.
he actually planned the storming of like he planned D-Day on board the ship in like one of the bathtubs. So that's like a whole thing. Because of that, we have Sir Winston's. It was our super fine dining experience that we had on board. It's been shut down for several years, which is why, especially as I let you folks explore that way, you're going to see it gets a little freaky in here. But it is one of our active portable hotspots, mainly because of this. This lovely piano is original to the ship. It is original to the first class main lounge, and it does have a lovely habit of playing itself. But the spirit I'm talking about actually just tends to accompany the pianist. We don't really have a name for her, so we have given her a title. We call her the Lady in White. She's a woman in her early mid-20s, seen wearing a long white gown. When she is seen on board the ship, she's seen simply dancing by herself, which is why she's most often seen over here by this piano, or also down in our Queen's Salon, where we tend to have a lot of wedding receptions. And because she's one of our more active spirits, people want to know what happened to her, or especially how she died on board, which we actually don't think she died on board. She's former residual haunting, so she's kind of just like a little blip of time, if that makes sense. Now, I know this was a while ago, but in the general history, so the Queen Mary was used for like a bride and baby shuttle after World War II, if any of you remembered that. So I'm going to expand on what that is, because otherwise it's just words. So during World War II, a lot of American GIs got stationed over in Europe. They didn't know how long they're going to be there. A lot of them started to get married and started to have kids. When the war ended, they got sent back to the U.S. They wanted their wives or kids to be brought over. So they petitioned the British government, and then the Queen Mary was actually tasked with that responsibility. So the span of several crossings, the Queen Mary transported over 22,000 women and children from Europe to the U.S. But there's like a stipulation. If you're one of the war brides being brought over, your soldier had to be at the harbor waiting for you. He then had to come on board the ship and claim you kind of like luggage. It was misogynistic and really messed up. But if he didn't come claim you, they actually wouldn't let you off the ship. They would send you right back over to Europe. Because of this, we have a lot of reports of women who were left behind or abandoned by their husbands after taking the ship, thinking they're going to be moving to the United States. We unfortunately believe the Lady in White is one of these women. The tragedy of being abandoned by her love of her life has caused some of her residual energy to be trapped on board. That's also why she's unfortunately seen only dancing by herself, because she doesn't really have a partner, which is kind of sad. What unfortunately corroborates
So
this
messed
is
up.
when she's most often seen. She's either seen in here with the piano, or she's seen a lot at wedding receptions. The Queen Mary's an event space, and we get a lot of weddings that take place on board, and she appears a lot in wedding reception photos taken on board. Ghosts appear in a lot of different pictures on board. Sometimes it's like a full person that wasn't there, but sometimes it's like a little orb that could also be your grandpa didn't wipe the dust off his camera. But the lady in white always appears the exact same. She's a white swath in the corner of the frame, most often here in Sir Winston's or down in our Queen's Salon when we have wedding reception going on. My kind of personal take of why she's at wedding receptions to make the story less sad is that weddings on board tend to play oldies music because it kind of just, fits the vibe. And I like to think that she recognizes it and she kind of just like busts a move and getting jiggy. Makes it a little less sad than if she was just simply abandoned. She's like, wow, I'm going to stay at this wedding because I was abandoned by my husband. That's just why I say to make it a little bit better. Now the space actually wraps around, so I'm going to let you guys check it out. I'll talk a little bit more because there's a bunch of infinity mirrors over there, which if you guys are familiar with like paranormal stuff, which I'm assuming you are, infinity mirrors oftentimes can act as a portal to make it easier for spirits to kind of cross over. So you guys can hang out here if you'd like, or I can take you around because it gets a little creepier this way. So if you want to
Yeah, let's do it.
We should do the little voice box thing next where
I want to
also
see
just chill here.
lady in white.
The voice
I
box.
want to raise her
Shia
up.
has his little voice thing. Where it could be like
What
bacon.
the
It could be like bacon.
I want to raise her
Okay.
up.
Just be like baseball.
Yeah, raise her up. Hey, I heard you go single.
And I'll be like, I won't leave you.
The pale, oh my
Like
god.
Williams.
No ice?
I'll always be with you, baby.
What if we mog her?
If your husband, well, I can't really play one. I'm just American. Neither of us can really play one.
There's so many pictures of Winston Churchill. It's kind of
Is that
ridiculous.
him?
That's also Winston
Is that him?
That's
She
also
loves Winston
Is that him?
Churchill.
That is also Winston Churchill.
Whoa.
There's a lot of pictures of Winston Churchill.
How much Churchill?
Not.
Oh, this is fun. Look at this.
Ooh, what is
Very
this?
dark.
Spooky.
Oh,
Oh.
It is so dark compared to.
Oh, no, wait, this is spooky. Hold up.
I don't have any actors. I
It is a bit
promise.
colder, yeah.
I have no one. So if anything happens, that's just happening.
Hold hands. Find a partner.
Oh, God. I hope the ghost doesn't touch my
I got this.
head.
White man jump scare.
Winston really loved him.
careful, this plate.
Oh, this is really
I'm
weird.
no, I meant like I was gonna help you light stuff.
Right, let's see what the voice box says.
Oh yeah, see the voice
So
box.
what happens? What is it doing?
So it basically monitors everything that it can, and if it detects anything that could be assembled as a word, it'll say it in a really creepy tone. So
Okay.
it might just be like baseball.
Okay, let's see what it
So
says.
the idea is that you are kind of speaking to anything that could be here, like,
Okay.
is there anybody here with us? And then it cannot stress enough that you have to be patient. So
Is Winston Churchill in the room with us right now? Churchill, can you hear me? I have alcohol.
Tell me you want to raise him up.
I want to riz you up, Churchill. I've been told to ask you this. I didn't really agree with this.
Oh,
How long
tour
does it
guide
take?
is walking away at
Maybe
that.
he likes
I'm
it.
sorry.
That computing Winston is not my business, man.
Scat?
it said scared.
Oh, scat.
Scared.
I scared him off.
He's scared of you.
Came on too strong.
He's not into you.
Are you scared? Are
He
there too
doesn't
many
want to be
people
raised by
here?
you. You
Oh,
scared
yeah,
him.
right.
We're a
Sorry,
big
you're right,
group.
You're right. You're right.
I was like,
Yeah,
am I helping? I think I am.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. My arm is up.
yeah. Is there anyone in particular who is
I'm looking
scaring
at you.
Mr. Churchill?
Winston didn't die here, did he?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm not up to my
I
lore.
wanted to die here.
Was he the 47th?
Could have been.
Oh, was it, wait, they said 50.
Yeah.
It was 58.
Ghosts, in peacetime, how many ghosts was it?
There was 58
Ghosts.
corporate deaths during peacetime.
Yeah, so
Just because they die doesn't make them
Whoa.
ghosts.
How many? 58 people died.
Who wants to be
during
the 59?
peacetime
Who wants to be the
During
50?
wartime.
That's crazy.
Me. 59 ghosts.
Ship has been here
What's
for
happening?
going
What's
on
happening?
58 years now.
Yes,
Was it
it
bar?
was 50 years to December.
Mhm.
It's a long time.
Wow.
What does that bar mean?
Coincidence.
High activity amongst a lot of things. 'cause
Oh,
it's
wow.
like it's picking up like our voice among like just all kinds of things and just
Wow.
tries to piece it all together.
This is so
Shia is
extra.
a pro ghost
Yeah.
hunter.
You are a pro at this.
I've stood on a couple portals to hell. I'm still here. We'll see if it says anything else, but like
We'll
it's,
keep walking.
yeah,
What if
yeah.
it says anything
Just
like
say
Yeah, just leave it. See if it says anything.
All right.
Ooh.
Is that the ghost sack? Is it the ghost Aquafina or is that ours?
yeah. I think the ghosts.
It's not drink, so I'm assuming the ghost got some.
Ghosts only drink Aquafina.
Leaving bottles of water. Who was drinking water bottles right there and just left them in the perfect little line like
At least
that?
it's not Dasani.
Do you want a fun answer or like the true answer?
I want both.
Fun answer first. Fun answer first.
So many ghosts, they get thirsty. True answer, probably the restaurant workers on board.
Oh, it said crowded.
Oh, it's too crowded
That's
here.
so gross.
He said
What
crowded?
was the real answer? Just
The real answer probably is sometimes the restaurant workers take their breaks up here. There's parts of the ship that like, because people can't go there, people will just take their breaks.
Mouse, it said crowded. That's what it said.
They're all in here.
Oh my god, there's so many people.
It's the bucket.
Whenever
Scared.
you guys are done looking at Sir Winston's, our next stop is, it's down a little bit of ways, but in my opinion, you'll probably have more luck getting something. It is a little freakier though, so if we want to go there,
let's go that,
we're
yeah.
going to head to the isolation ward.
oh, wait till you guys see
Isolation
this.
ward,
I was
that's
like,
where I
if you have
belong.
connectivity issues, because there's no one here, I can tell the story outside and then bring you guys down in. So that way, it'll be like better.
I think let's do it that way.
Sounds good. Am I allowed to like talk
That's
to
where I
you?
belong,
Yeah.
guys.
Okay.
Oh well,
Isolation.
yeah. You're talking to me, and I can hear you
Yeah.
great, but you're obviously coming through the stream the whole time.
Awesome. What I wanted to say
So we
is,
can't have a private.
Yeah,
moment.
chat
I was
says
like, no, you're all
hello.
good. What I wanted to say is
Cat says hello, Finn.
Oh, hi. What I wanted to say is I was able to get you guys clearance to go down to the boiler rooms, which is currently closed. So we will be going there. I service, and the way to get there, it gets really shoddy, but in the actual boiler rooms, I actually had better service than I have anywhere else on board. Which is a little, so hopefully it'll work.
Yeah, we're going to the boiler rooms and it's closed.
Yay! Let's go and see the isolation wall. I wonder if there's
That's where I
1,500
belong,
pictures of
Connor.
Churchill in that. That would really want to be isolated.
You just head back down the stairs.
This must have been his. This must have been Churchill's. This is a sign of him. You would have loved it.
I know it.
A bad light. He's here. Wait, let me. Oh, let me get my Ouija board out.
Wait, you gotta say goodbye every time.
We're on stairs.
Oh, right, sorry.
Winston Churchill was your
And you're operating a Ouija board down the.
Oh my god.
This is not a very good Ouija board. I can only do A through M. I can.
It said end.
Oh.
It said end.
End.
End. And stream.
Oh,
Door.
door. Wait, we need to find the.
You want me to end my stream?
Wait, it said something else, but it didn't say.
All right, let's go to the isolation
Lucid?
ward.
End loose.
Would you like to say
I'm not gonna
saying
end my
Winston
stream,
Churchill is
Sir
a good-
Churchill.
Yeah, Mr. Churchill. Screw you.
My foot rolled like twice going down the stairs. I was like,
Or like a park, so like try to reconnect there.
Sorry, I'm just asking about why is the ship in America not in its beautiful home, the United Kingdom?
Not its
And
beautiful
apparently
home,
because they're broke.
Of course.
Okay, my
Some
finger.
things never change.
So
What?
Long Beach had the Pike, which is like a kind of water park or like a amusement park on the water. But then we got the jetties put in and the oil rigs, which killed that. So our tourism was dead. It's supposed to be like a huge surf city. Not surf city anymore. So they were.
Rob, they won't be able to shoot me over here if you don't point it. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, they can't hear.
Oh, well, they're
Are they
hearing.
hearing through this, not Discord?
Yeah, through this, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
It's like so basically Long Beach was like, well, we either
It's
need
okay.
to build a hotel on the water. We need to build a new event space, or we need to find like a new tourist attraction. And then the Queen Mary went up for auction, and they're like, well, why would we build all those things when we can just buy one? Because the Queen Mary is now a hotel, an event space, and a tourist attraction. So they were like, we'll just buy it instead, and that's exactly why. So it's not like a specific like sentimental reason. It was
They
just
got,
for
they got the
tourism.
phone boxes in too, or is that later?
I feel like they probably added that for aesthetic reasons.
Okay, let's go for the isolation. Yeah, sorry, Rob, I should have told you.
No, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
I was like, man, everybody's in other rooms talking about stuff. Is that all coming
You're
through
doing great,
Discord?
Rob.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Oh my god, look at this door. This is a door.
So
Me when I get a little too silly.
Oh, it looks like my door.
Keep you safe.
Maybe not.
It said mom.
So behind me, and down some
Mother?
sketchy stairs, is the Queen Mary's isolation ward, which sounds scary, because it kind of is. So the iso ward served two purposes when the Queen Mary was sailing. The first is really self-explanatory. It was an isolation ward. It was kind of like a quarantine space. If anyone had any infectious or whether they're a crew member or a passenger, they'd be kept down in the ISO ward, and then just so they wouldn't contaminate the rest of the ship, you'd have about like 3,200 people on board. You didn't want all of them getting sick in like their 5-day voyage, so they kept down there. Its other use was a little lesser known, but I think it's much more interesting. The Queen Mary never had an official brig of sorts, which is like a
That's
jail
where
on board
I
a
would
ship.
be.
But the Queen Mary did have a lot of stowaways who were caught on board for various reasons. Some were trying to like escape the law, immigrate, just wanted a free vacation. Doesn't really matter. If they were caught, most of the time what would happen to them is to be kept in the isolation ward as well. It serves also kind of like as a jail. Now, the stowaways, when they reached the shore, when they got back to where they first got on, they then be given to the authorities, and now they're a felon, unfortunately. That was what happened to a lot of them.
It said serve.
It goes slays.
Sir, right?
Oh, yeah.
I love how that was the first song. I love that.
So, the ISO ward is a super paranormal like hotspot because of both of these reasons. In terms of illness, or in terms of the quarantine kind of reason, the most common haunting in the ISO ward, people enter and feel super sick. They'll get nauseous, they'll get a headache, they feel lightheaded or dizzy or have a stomach ache, but as soon as they leave, they feel totally fine. Parapsychologists believe this because it's a form of a residual haunting. Because illness just kind of stuck in that space for so long, it just continues to permeate throughout the isolation ward. It's also why I personally don't like going in there, so I'm going to send you guys in on your own, because when I go in, I feel like I'm going to throw up. And you guys are streaming, and I don't want that on the internet. But in terms of these stowaways, it is also an active hotspot.
It's a good thing I'm at my house.
Yeah, true.
So the other reason is because the stowaways, on 2 separate instances, for unknown reasons, 2 stowaways took their own lives in the ISO ward. We don't know why, we don't know how, we just know that it happened. It's because people often see 2 shadow figures running throughout the ISO ward or sitting on the beds, or people hear what sounds like screaming or crying from inside the ISO ward. Now, when you guys go in there to explore it on your own, I'm going to tell you some things to look for. There's a plaque. There's a bunch of plaques. One of the plaques has 57 names on it. It is everybody who died on board the Queen Mary during peacetime. It is an outdated plaque. As I said, our death count has gone up because we have been kind of actually going... Not like people are dying. not people are dying. It's more of a... We have better history records now. So now the death count, I said 58, but last I checked is actually up to 64. All while she was sailing. We don't count anyone who died after the Queen Mary got here. And then another plaque, or a series of plaques...
Whoa, wait.
How many of that?
Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my head because we don't really talk about it. I was like, for the sake of my job security.
Get down there.
I was like, in the ISO ward, no one.
I'm
In
gonna
the
be number
ISO ward,
65.
Oh my god.
Don't count there.
I'm like,
So
those
there
are
is a
rough
number,
shifts for me. I
we'll
don't know
talk
what to
about it
tell
What
after
if
the
it's
script got.
69?
yeah. A bunch of other plaques, though, a bunch of names, like typically voyages and whether or not they paid for their fare. Those are all the stowaways. If you look through, 2 names have crosses next to them. Those are 2 stowaways who took their lives in the ISO ward. We're going to go on in.
Because they had to eat British food.
Watch your step because it is pretty steep. I'll kind of point you guys down there.
Oh, dude, I like how when they
I'm
sit
not
on your head,
excited.
the washes.
Oh my gosh.
Not built for this.
It's not
Oh, chill in the air.
Watch the steps here. They're steep.
And I'm not even there.
I can feel it.
Oh shit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you feel?
You can feel the ghosts around you?
I'm feeling like an EMF 5.
What are we reading?
Do you feel sickness coming?
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah. Could be me. Could be my Apple Watch. You know.
Who knows?
Isn't it the
Here.
neuron chip you got in your brain?
Wait, we have the radio thing where you can like do the.
Try this. This is really gross.
Okay, what is this one?
This is.
What?
You ask questions. It's a spirit box. So
Do you
go-
feel sick? Oh, it's saying something. What? Aura?
Ask
What?
them if they know what COVID is.
Asking if I know what COVID is? What?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this doing?
It scans through a bunch of radio stations.
Oh my god, this is
And
like
You're
crazy.
supposed to be able to pick
It's
out
horrifying.
if anything's trying to communicate.
Communicate with me. Tell me something. Tell me something I want to hear.
Or the donate plasma.
She said donate plasma, it's done.
Donate plasma.
Is there anyone in the room with us?
Oh my god!
This is like scary.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
What?
Oh my god.
What the? Ew, I didn't like that.
It just gets spooky every now and then.
Ew.
Hi. Kind of sounded like it.
Is it literally just scrolling through radio stations and then like
Just like really like
pick a word like
oh, I
bumblebee.
see, I see.
Yep.
Oh, speak to it in Spanish. Maybe it's a Spanish ghost.
There was one, yeah.
There's a Spanish ghost. On the
Dude,
blue
I
ship.
feel awful.
The fact that I screamed like that was so funny.
Yeah, but
Right, I'll go see.
I feel immediately dizzy and sweaty and not good. So
Alright.
I'm one of the immediately not feeling
You
good.
you don't feel good already?
Oh no, I do not. The whole time I
Ghost
felt
of
bad.
the
for shit.
MTA.
This is cool.
That's funny.
Dude, I need that on my bed. They got a little tray there. Look at that. That's great.
Can you look down the hallway
Yeah, which hallway? This one?
again? That long hallway?
Isn't it crazy?
That looks so scary.
It bends
Holy
up,
crap.
so you can't even see
Yeah.
all the way down.
It feels very
Oh my
claustrophobic
God.
and not great.
If I ran
That is so.
super
Yeah,
fast,
does this
it
remind
would
you of
just,
Ozempic
I would
Santa?
not move. It would take so long, right?
Oh, it's like a piano. There's like a whole little area. Get out of the way.
No, you're good. You're a part of the content. There's no escape.
I'm content. That's what I am. Oh man.
Candii is the prettiest content.
Oh.
Amen.
Oh my god, wait, the music!
I'm not gonna power
Oh, the music is so good.
Wait, can you give me a water candy, please? Thank you.
You're making Candii get you a water?
I got candy or water earlier.
Excuse me.
I did? You didn't take?
Look,
We can do like a little kind of mini break if that will help with you guys. So if you want to get water or anything like that, and if you want to use the restroom, the closest one from here is down in this hallway to your left. It's gonna have like a men's room and a women's room. The women's room is the one I talked about that has the ghosts in there. But if you need to go,
Oh, girls trip.
Wait.
I
kind of need to go. I'll go.
Yeah, go. I'll hold on.
No, you're
I was
fine.
scared.
We're going down that way, so I'm gonna head that way. But if you guys need to get water or anything like that, Jerry, I'll just do it right there.
Okay. Fair enough. Well then, do you want a water break at all? Do you want to drink some water? I can hold the camera for a second.
If you're down to hold
Yeah,
the
man, of
camera.
course, of course.
I want to drink.
Thank you so much.
Get a little water break in.
Take a break, Rob.
It
You're doing
is so
great.
hot in here.
It's so hot in
Yeah,
here.
it's a sauna, man.
I thought for sure that the ship would be cold.
It is some places.
There's
Just
no
not where
AC.
we are. Sometimes.
There's no air conditioning?
No, this ship is like
God.
this is the oldest. So old. Oh, you dropped it.
I can't be in there. I'll have like breathing problems.
Yeah, I think you would. There's a lot of dust.
Yeah?
That's it. Like very good maintained ship though. Too.
Yeah.
I got your water.
I'll take that. I'll take it.
That
I
looks really
guess.
nice.
Really big fan. Thanks. Love your content.
Wow, you did this. You do this American accent
Wow,
really
it's
well.
her biggest fan, Candii.
Guys, if I don't talk like this, Americans
She's
don't
already
understand me.
Americanized. She's ready to move
Water?
on.
I hate when I go to coffee and I say Connor and they're like, Colin? I'm like,
Chat, have you
Connor.
guys seen any ghosts in the background while we've been walking around? Make sure to clip it.
What the?
I see.
I feel like you're.
I see
I feel
some.
like he's just here for the ghosts.
I'm just here for the ghosts.
Oh, man.
I needed that so bad, Connor. Thank you.
Alright, no worries. I figured.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you for all your hard work.
Also, I'm so thrilled that this stream is like working.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the tech
Cool.
check yesterday, we ended up with like 20 VODs from how often it dropped out. Yeah. This is really good.
Has it been holding the whole time?
Chat is seeing great
More or less?
reviews. Chat likes it.
Yeah, I think
Chat,
most.
you
Okay,
think it's
good.
good?
Wait, did you
Have we like gone totally dark at all?
Should I put it for me?
No. Oh, you wanted me to?
Oh, we did earlier, but it came
No, I
back
actually
very
opened
quickly.
it.
Oh, I was like, I'll get it.
Nice.
Restrooms.
Hell yeah. That's so crazy.
Where's the miniature pool?
I made that chat. I built that all by myself. My own two hands.
And it's the table, the tiny table, the tiny table.
I could finally be on a ship.
This is like when you finally get the key item in Resident Evil and you unlock the room to the next area. I love this.
We're chilling.
You pick up H-gun bullets.
Oh my god, look at this guy. Look at this ghost.
I need my picture.
Oh, a ghost.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There is another room.
He's Blair Witching.
The elevator takes a minute.
I lost my Ouija
That's about
board.
to
Let
be
me see what's going on.
Oh yeah, what you
We're getting in an elevator?
Yes. I apologize. It's so worth it, I promise. All right, everyone go on into the elevator.
In the elevator.
It's gonna drop us.
Cool. Is anyone missing any of their loved ones? Or we have
Oh, I'm sorry.
It is like Tower of Terror.
I forgot how
Is this
big that
everybody?
was.
This is
Are we
everybody.
sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
A few moments later.
Welcome back.
Hey. It's nice to be alive.
We need you that way.
Which way?
Alive.
Oh, okay.
Alive.
Damn, look at that.
What do you mean?
Oh, that's cute. There's a giant hole here.
Cozy.
I nearly, watch out, watch out.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I like the Tiki room.
It's actually kind of popping, too.
Below here, bad. How we can obviously it's complicated. How we can achieve.
I love that truck.
I can hear you now, Mouse.
Yeah? Can you hear me now? Well, finally.
We did it.
La 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 la
Okay,
la
so
la
we're-
la.
Remember,
I did not like that area.
Why didn't you like that area? Because of the power.
I feel like I'm an empath. I can feel the ghosts. I don't vibe
All
with
right.
that.
Candy's an empath!
So we're gonna start heading down to our next location.
Vesper.
I'm gonna also preface this area is also very much closed to the public, with the exception of our late night paranormal tour, which is technically what you guys are on our paranormal shipwalk tour. So I will please walk the path that I am walking you. Please don't wander in any way, just because it is for your safety, and also, as I've said earlier, and I will say it again, I will catch you, and I'm scarier than any ghost you'll ever see on this ship. Okay, why'd you laugh? Am I not intimidating? Or?
No, I was here to laugh. I didn't laugh. What the heck?
So we're gonna head on down. I'm gonna try to
Pay
speed walk us to
attention
get
to
to our
him.
location, just because I do know that the service down there is pretty bad. The place we're going, typically I can only let 2 people in at a time, but I've gotten the ability to let all of you in. But the only thing is, we're gonna make sure that we don't need the railings that are around us, and don't like kind of shuffle over where you're not supposed to. I'm gonna kind of like point you guys where to go, and I'll talk about the area when we get down there. So please follow me.
No leaning rooms.
Cool.
So you're gonna go to your left, and you stop when you get to the little clearing.
Oh, I love
Why is there stone in here?
it. Oh, this is just creepy. I love this. This is great.
I'm like soy jacking.
Is that?
So this is where the third class passengers check in. This is the purser's office, is where they actually check in. I'm assuming it looked a little bit nicer back then and didn't have Halloween cats in the month of July. We're actually going to continue to head down.
Alright, let's keep heading down.
This reminds me of that game that I played with Shia one time where we were like going on a train and stopping at like this weird hotel. Getting
That was
scratched.
like actually creepy. All the places that they haven't renovated at all.
Birth
Do you
assignment.
remember that game?
Assignment card.
What's the birth assignment?
They have like stone floors in here.
It's like sleeping
It's like
quarters?
stone floor.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, for
We'll
sleeping
find out.
frontiers.
There's a politically relevant joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
So the area we're going through is going to be called the crew run to get to our next location. The crew run, it kind of works the way that I'm assuming at least one of you has been to Disneyland. You know how the different passageways you take if you work there? It's the same idea. You have about 1,200 crew members per crossing, and you want them walking through guest areas all the time, so they have these little long metal hallways. However, it's going to look different now because we have this thing called Dark Harbor, which is kind of like Universal Horror Nights or Not Scary Farm. We have horror mazes that go on the actual ship. We're walking through one of them to get to our location. So if you see anything that's... Actually, can you move forward a little bit so I can explain this? It's just easier. So if you see anything that's painted, like this blue and white tile over here, that is all going to be part of the maze for Dark Harbor. These kind of fake walls is all for Dark Harbor. These windows, you are now looking down into the boiler room that you guys were just in. So, this is a little window. But as you go around like the plywood and all that stuff, just know that that's all built for Dark Harbor. All the lockers and stuff, those are not original lockers. The flooring's going to get a little uneven, and also this is where if you are above 5'10", watch your head.
Yeah, I watch my head, guys. Don't worry about me. Guys, don't worry about me. 5'10" guys and above.
Watch your head, Panini. Nah, I'm gonna do that to him.
Yeah, Panini, be careful.
I'm watching it.
I have to go in there. I gotta go in. We're going in. Hello? Oh! What the? I got bonked. I got bonked and my hair came out. We've lost camera again. Don't worry, chat. We'll be right back. How many times are ghosts gonna take him out? As many times as needed. These ghosts, they just don't care. They don't care about us. Not considerate.
Signal real quick.
Cool.
Oh.
So this is the first class swimming pool.
That.
When you made with them, there's actually 2 pools.
Oh, pool.
There's no exact opposite though. It's been completely historically preserved. You're all good. All the tile work you see everywhere in here is from the 1930s. This is all 90-year-old tile, which is also why, for the most part, it's completely closed to the public except for tours like this. The reason why we're doing this is considered to be our most active carnival hotspot on board the entire ship. The large reason for this is the primary residence of the most active spirits.
Oh my god, chat.
Jackie.
Chat, does that not look like... You guys remember when I took you to VR chat and there was that weird VR chat world that was like a liminal space world where like there was a pool and like there was snow falling from the roof?
Everywhere on the ship has been seen as high as the smokestacks running around late at night.
Oh my god, this reminds me of that.
She is the only one who's ever been seen off the ship. Now, I don't know if you noticed when he came in, there's a super...
Yeah, it reminds me of organism.
It was constructed with Howard Hughes spruce goose, the all-wooden plane. Sorry. No, you're fine.
It just said Sandy.
Sorry. That was
No, you're fine. I hold like the all-wooden plane, but that was taken to Oregon in like 1993. Before there was like a joint attraction. So 1991, her security guards are making their midnight rounds through there. As they're going through, they hear a noise, so they look up and see a little girl standing on the wing of the plane. They yell up at her, hey, it's not safe, they need to get down. She responds by laughing at them, running, jumping off the wing, and vanishing before she can hit the ground. Not only is she a very powerful spirit, she's a very playful one. So much so that most reporting haunting anywhere on board the entire ship is like a little girl singing nursery rhymes. It appears Mary How Little Lamb is her favorite. In terms of how active she is this day, she is very active. Every week I have guests take a picture of the pool area when they look back through this little girl living over the railing, or standing on the side of the pool as them. She also lights back to the story of the boiler room. Remember
we gotta sing it, we gotta sing the
so
song.
that little walkway is actually kind of right down that way a little bit. This pool sits directly on top of the boiler room. The reason why they did that is because it was a saltwater pool, it would automatically heat the pool because the boiler room was always 120 degrees, it's just like an engineering thing. So she another part of this ship. Actually, I just finished, this is like my personal story. I said, no, I just really like this outfit. What is your question? Yeah, it's my job. What's up? One of them looks at me very seriously and goes, do you know anything about a little girl? Not a good sign. So I say, why? She then explains that the previous night, as she was asleep in a hotel room, she was woken up about 3 in the morning from being dead asleep to wide awake. What woke her, prank on her, her friend was fast asleep snoring. She turned back over, the singing continued for several minutes and then just stopped. The way she described it, she could feel someone leaning against her, she could even feel the breath against her ear. So he told her all this and goes, yeah, do you know anything about that? And I go, that is so crazy. Never talk to me again. So Jackie is still very much a very active spirit on board. In fact, I have on my phone right now, which I can show you if you'd like, a picture that my tour guide friend took not even a week ago of this pool area, which you can clearly I'll pull it up. Which can clearly.
What?
We need that.
That's creepy.
Connor, you have to sing. You gotta sing Mary Had a Little Lamb now.
In that little corner. So this is the photo that I took. If you zoom in, honestly.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little freaky. Because it's not the lighting effect. It's like way over there. So I'll like go through.
I don't know Mary Had a Little Lamb. I don't know how to sing that.
You know Mary Had a Little Lamb?
I don't know.
What the?
Whoa.
No. Yeah. Stop. No, but she's so chill though. She's so.
Stop. Stop. What the? I don't like that.
Chill. That corner right over there.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Ah! I don't like that.
Oh
my god.
There's a little teddy bear, there's some candy, some people had left like some dollar bills and stuff like that. Some money. It was
What
like
are you
right
doing, Shia? Stop.
Candy, you gotta sing. Sing Mary Had a Little Lamb. Shia, sing Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Just shotgun and see what happens.
No, he'll get something. He'll get something. So you guys can totally like look around. Obviously, I can't let you outside this little fenced-in section. I'll take a step out so you guys have like more space to walk around. But when you guys are ready to go, we can head back out.
Okay.
Someone needs to sing Mary Had a Little Lamb.
So that I can back up.
No, I don't know Mary Had a Little Lamb.
We can see all the
How do you not know Mary Had a Little Lamb?
Oh, is that what it is?
Never heard it.
I want you to sing it.
You liar. You're a liar.
Try singing it.
I've never heard this in my life.
You're such a liar.
Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
It sounded like a dirge.
More.
Hi, Jackie.
That's what I was raised on.
Yeah, don't be scared, Jackie.
The chief. Oh, Jackie, where are you?
Jackie, where you at? You come here right now.
Jackie, where my hug at?
Be
Jackie,
nice
this is
to
your father.
Jackie.
It is time to come out.
She might have been British.
She might have been British.
Could have been.
Oi, Jackie, stop messing around.
I can try to show you. So my parents would say if I had something
This is a vibe, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is cool.
This is insanely cool. I couldn't imagine.
kind of terrifying.
Jack, this is organism all over again.
It's also super deep.
Crazy
The
deep.
shallow end was 8 feet deep, and the deep end was 12 feet deep.
It's like they wanted kids to
Yeah,
They designed it to kill
The water was
kids.
only filled with those white bars because the ship moved around so much that they filled it all the way, it would just go everywhere. Also, there's two little now there's fence posts on the other side. The water side's original actually, and it wouldn't take you to the water; it would throw you into the water. But on the maiden voyage, they had diving boards as well, and they realized that's a really bad idea on a ship, so they took them out.
Yeah, I think I would jump from there for sure. Oh, I would definitely want to jump from the second.
I drown at 5
Like a
feet.
flash of white over there. But
Yeah, you would. You would.
yeah.
You'd manage it at 3. I believe in you.
Yeah.
I'll take some pictures of it.
What the?
It's cool.
Just the shutter noise.
The shutter noise is crazy. Did you put that on?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's how the ghost knows it's happening.
The ghost needs to consent too.
Well, she needs to pose for it.
Yeah, Mouse. But if you need it, you should soy jack.
I keep soy jacking by accident.
Shia, can we get the spirit box?
The spirit box is the one that you try to talk to.
The one you try to talk to.
Yeah, the radio one sucks.
I think both. Right? Do you want to try the radio?
do both.
Maybe the radio.
What's the
thing.
EMF say actually?
It
What's the
sucks.
EMF?
I feel like you're afraid of the radio one.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Let's
kinda makes
see.
sense.
Wait. Okay. Whole lot of nothing. All right. Okay. Well, I
Is
guess.
there anybody in the room with us? In the pool?
Jackie, you down to chill? We can
Why is my
sing
ass
Mary
higher
Had a
than the
Little Lamb.
room?
That's like Jackie height.
Okay, now it doesn't show anything.
Oh, now it's just like.
Jackie, do you like Bluey? She's like 5, right? I'm socializing. Oh, she likes it.
Wow. The EMF going crazy on me. Should this be next to my, no.
Next to your what? Your balls?
Yeah.
Oh.
My heart doesn't give a beat.
Oh,
He doesn't have a heart.
No, okay.
Whoa.
No.
What about the radio station one?
The radio
Or
station
do we need
one?
to give that one more time? Is it going to?
No, we can. It's just, yeah.
Maybe
Okay, what is
she
it?
likes
You gotta ask
music.
questions though for.
You can entice
Okay.
her.
Jackie, do you like music? Let's find out.
Oh?
Do you like Roblox?
Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
Is that your favorite animal? Okay.
No.
That was no. That was solid. No.
That's your question, Connor.
Jackie, do you want to play hide and seek?
Jackie, do you want some like that fucks? Oh, that sounds like mouse.
All right. This is just making me dumber.
TikTok.
All right, let's go to the next place, I guess.
Cool.
Connor, you're supposed to feel it.
It's going crazy.
Yeah.
They used to have
His butt is
guys who
going
ran had, like,
crazy.
a collection of his own haunted objects. And there's one that there's a doll that like would move on its own that was in there. Oh, heck.
Little what?
So this room used to be used for our theatrical seance that took place on board. It's called 57 Ghosts. And that's what it was used for a pretty long time. So the guy who ran it had his own personal collection of haunted objects that were just stored in this room. And the one that really freaked me out is he had this little doll that was like obviously like kept like in a box, and it would move on its own. And that one did scare me a little bit because it would,
Wait, where is it?
It's gone.
well, he left, so he took it with him. I was like,
It's a good quality doll. He's keeping that.
I heard
No.
missing. No.
Yeah, she got out and went to Atlanta.
We are gonna actually we're gonna head this way.
Okay.
Our next spot is a lot of walking.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get so many steps in.
Ooh, creepy hallway time.
I'm gonna get my steps in.
Everyone's favorite.
Yeah, you're gonna get
Oh,
your steps in the
creepy
house.
hallway. Yeah, I'm getting my steps in.
Nice. Me too.
I love this creepy hallway.
Yeah, this hallway's sick. I love this hallway.
I like the carpeting.
Yeah, the carpet is so nice. They keep it clean too.
I feel like I'm playing like a backrooms game.
I have a question.
Yes.
Oh.
Who's wearing these crop top suits?
Me on my off day, I don't know. No, this is for children. Well, this one's for children.
Children exist.
This is for the little captain.
Yeah, so this would be. I don't know if that's actually. I think that would either be the Commodore because it's all white, or it'd be one of the officers because it's 3 stripes. And this would just be like this was just donated to us, so he's just kind of chilling there.
You're saying that wouldn't fit me?
One arm for the.
You would look. Well, you're already jacked, but you
I
would
bet it
absolutely
would.
jack
I
wearing it.
believe.
I'll tell you that, so you can try it.
Yeah. Just give it a
You'll
shot.
probably find something similar like Depop if you look hard.
Yeah.
Will it also be haunted?
Well, if not,
It would
that
fit
was
me.
haunted. It was just.
It would fit me. Actually, no, it would not fit me. Chat, that would not fit me. That little jacket, that would not fit me.
It's too big.
What the fuck?
It's too big. I have felt nauseous. I have felt nauseous in the engine room and the pool. All of it sucked. Which one was it?
Wait,
Oh, gonna
you
jail.
were nauseous this whole time?
Oh, you feel right at home.
Yeah.
Oh,
Me?
Oh, that's a sick
No, it's
sound effect.
It's just really spooky and it like
That
makes
was
me feel
sick.
bad.
Start heading up the bridge and just start going across.
We gotta run that back. We gotta do a clean wab of that.
no.
What the heck?
Scary.
I don't know if this one will creak. It's
We're
not like a whale.
back.
Oh man,
Creep.
it's so smooth, so seamless.
Aww.
Oh, it's okay.
All right.
After you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. Great. No pressure. If I fall, just
Yeah, she has to be. Yeah. She's only allowed like 2 feet from me.
2 feet.
so hyper aware of going downstairs now.
This is an outside bridge, actually. There's water beneath us.
Whoa, what the? That's scary. What if I fall?
You can come on in, just go down.
Oh, no.
Where that sign says engine room.
Okay. 2
Come
feet
on in,
almost
mouse,
as
it's
tall as
time.
mouse. What the? It's time.
So here, we're
What's in
definitely
here?
going to have connection issues. We are heading to the engine room.
Ooh, engine room? Hell yeah.
Engine room?
Engine room.
Oh, I bet there's tons of ghosts in here.
Wait, can we show them the big thing that was donated? Yeah.
The what
If you
thing?
want to lead us,
whoa.
Sven. Yes, please.
Whoa.
The super
What the?
huge Lego model.
What is this?
Who made this?
It's
like
Lego?
some random person in the UK, and they just kind of donated it to us.
Oh my
A
god.
random person in the UK.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that people have built
That's
for the Queen Mary, and then they've
crazy.
just kind of donated to us, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah,
so
that's
you have
sick.
artwork and stuff. So
That's so cool.
I don't know. This has been here for a pretty long time. If you want to play a little game, there's cats hidden on board.
Quarter of a million
There's like
bricks
little Lego
lost.
cats,
Oh my
and they get moved around every day.
600 pounds.
Whoa. 600,000. 250,000 blocks used?
Oh, I found a cat.
Yeah, there's multiple. So every day the housekeeping people will go around and unload them.
Cat there, behind the 2 people. Next to Juma.
We did it. We found the cat.
Damn.
Oh, are there more cats?
Yeah,
There's one
I
there.
think there's maybe 3, and then Gmail they kind of just add more whenever they want.
We saw 3 of those. Yeah, what a crazy...
Gift. Like what?
This is insane.
I could build that.
This will walk around the house.
Give me like 20 minutes. I got that.
I think in those, he's got sections.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine shipping this would have been... Oh, shit. So... Damn. Queen Mary, Liverpool. Escaped. It's cool, man. Looks so good. Oh, it's missing it. It's right here. Oh, no. Oh, did someone take that?
Was it you, Chad?
Did chat take the piece? Was it you, Mouse?
It was me. It was me.
About Lego Batman with Will in it.
It was me.
This is nuts. What the?
This is really cool.
The original creator shop.
Yeah.
Oh, what? How did we walk past that without seeing it? What is that?
What is it?
It's a print shop.
Oh. What's print newspaper?
Yeah, they actually stuffed the original worker.
Yeah. It's like a FNAF shoe kind of thing.
Scary.
Yeah, they would make their own newspapers on board. That's kind of cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
But the exhibit beneath us, that is Churchill's exhibit.
Oh, God.
Fuck yeah.
More.
That was also given to us.
Cinema.
No, it's like, looks just like it.
There you go.
The cigar and everything.
Okay.
We'll head back towards this way. But yeah, down there is our Winston Churchill exhibit. We're not gonna go down there just because I don't really have a ghost story and it's all locked up.
Okay.
But it's just like an exhibit. So if you've been to any World War II exhibit, you've probably seen something pretty similar.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Where we're going, I'm actually going to tell you the story of the engine room out here. It's not even for like connective reasons because, well, I'll get to explain why. None of us tell it down in there for a very important reason. So we're going to be going down into this is going to be considered the aft engine room because it's towards the stern. It's like the furthest to the stern being the back of the ship. Now, we've kind of walked through a few of them already, but the Queen Mary had what were called these fireproof, watertight hydraulic doors on board. So we were in that kind of crew run to get to the pool, and I said you had to kind of watch your head because you're walking through these watertight doors. There were 38 of them on board the Queen Mary. They were kind of an added safety feature because the ship was built after the Titanic, so they wanted to make sure that the Titanic didn't happen again. So 38 of them, they were acting from the bridge. It's actually where we started the tour. There's if you remember like where the helms are and stuff, there's a panel that said like stone system. It was for the watertight doors. That's how you activated them. Once you turn the system on, in less than a minute, all 38 doors would shut. They're all on the lower deck, so engine rooms, boiler rooms, crew areas. The first 34 seconds of the sequence would be like hydraulic pressure building. At this time, there'd be a siren going off the lower decks, warning you to get to either side of the door. Because at the end of those 34 seconds, these 1-ton doors would slide shut in less than 6 seconds with 700 pounds per square inch of force. Luckily, didn't have to be used all that much. Most of us are fire drills or sometimes out of precaution. Now, on July 10th, 1966, as the Queen Mary was leaving Scotland, they hit a very thick patch of fog. At about 3 in the morning, the captain, out of necessary precaution, ordered all watertight doors are to be shut. They activated the sequence up in the wheelhouse. A minute later, they go back and they checked on the indicator panel. All the lights lit up, so the doors closed, except one lit up and then turned off. They assumed it was a mechanical failure, so they went down to the engine room to check it out. When they reached watertight door number 13, they found an 18-year-old fireman crushed, arms pinned to his side in the door. They tried to pull him out, resuscitate him, is considered unsuccessful. He's pronounced dead shortly thereafter. Now, truthfully, these circumstances surrounding the fireman's death remain incredibly mysterious to this day, as he was the only one down there or reported to be down there. It's because there are various theories about what could have possibly happened. The first is just human error. He was 18, he was young, he thought he had more time to get to the door, he got caught. Some people think he was reaching behind him for something he dropped. The second theory, if you're an engineer working on board the Queen Mary, you would get very bored very quickly. Because unless something is going horribly wrong, you want to didn't really do anything, you kind of stood there waiting for your shift to be over.
Final destination.
So during fire drills, they invented a game of chicken. How many times would you hop through the watertight doors before they slid shut? I personally don't really believe that theory because I'm not trained as a sailor nor an engineer. And even I can tell you that you probably should not throw your body into a closing 1-ton door. Now, the third theory is unfortunately the darkest theory, as it is the only one that involves foul play. During the summer of 1966, there's a very violent seafarer union strike going on. So much so, most experienced crew members were refusing to get on board ships, the Queen Mary included. Now, this is one of the most prestigious ships in the world, so some people think in order to get his job on board as he was freshly 18, he had to cross the picket lines and be a Union scab. Because of this, the more experienced crew members held him in the door and had him crushed to death as punishment for betraying the Union. The alternate to this theory is they're holding him in the door to scare him and they didn't get him out in time. Whatever happened, we will never know. Which accounts for the immense amount of paranormal activity that's reported out in our engine room. Because since we go visit it to this day, it's one of our self-guide exhibits, so during the day it's open, but like right now at night, it's closed. And we actually can still see door 13, it is still down there. You will all be walking through it. Because this, we get reports on a daily basis of different hauntings in the engine room.
Oh, shit.
The most common are auditory. People hear men whistling, men talking, or if you are alone, you hear footsteps following behind you. That one is especially true with us tour guides, because we have the lucky privilege of getting to close the engine rooms by ourselves. Don't worry about it. At night. Meaning every night one actually has to walk through the whole thing to make sure there's no one still down there. So when you know you are alone, you hear footsteps following you, it is a little bit daunting. I also get a lot of tactile reports. People report someone brushing against them or grabbing their shoulder. People will even have grease fingerprints on their face or grease marks on their skin and clothes, but say they didn't touch anything while they were down there. And the most common report we get from the engine room is of women having their hair pulled. Reason being, from the 30s into the 70s, if you are a woman, you're not allowed in the engine or boiler room for any reason whatsoever. So we believe it's a fireman telling you, hey, you're not supposed to be down here. Hey. Examples of an intelligent haunting. He's also conscious and aware. For the most part, he does what he would have been doing while working on board. People, especially in the late afternoon, early evening, often hear what sounds like screws unscrewing and falling onto the ground, or someone tinkering with the engines, even though they've been entirely inactive since 1967. We're also fairly certain that something bad, or that he knows something bad happened in the door. We know this for 2 reasons. The first is sometimes our late night tour.
Connor is like so skeptical and so
when it's closed, so like 9, 10, 11 p.m. at night. Those of us who do that, those who do that tour, he's being rude. I'm sorry.
What is that? What is that bang?
Don't know.
Don't know.
What is that banging? What is that?
Don't know.
That's a mystery.
Uh-oh.
It's something.
Wonka?
What I'm saying is those of us
It's
who
a
do that
ghost,
tour,
Connor.
like me, we have learned to not tell the door 13 story at door 13 or even in the engine room at all. We actually tell it on the outside, like what I'm doing here. Every tour, we always tell it on the outside because telling it in the engine room makes him really upset. Not upset as anything bad is going to happen to anyone, but what kept happening is you would go down there, you'd start telling a story, and a loud metal banging would start. And it wouldn't stop until you stopped talking. So we kind of took the hint and we stopped talking about it down there. The other reason is a lot of times people will stand in door 13 and like pose and take pictures. Many have reported that as they're standing there, they feel hands on their back pushing them out of the doorway. Now, in my opinion, the engine room is the top 2 most haunted places on the ship, just in the sheer volume of hauntings we get in there on a daily basis. Also, if it means anything, I work here, and I actually don't like going into the engine room. But we're gonna go, so follow me. I will point out door 13 when we get there, just because we're a smaller group, so we all
I'm excited.
Do the TikTok meme where you're standing in the doorway.
This looks great.
Lots of stairs.
Look at all of this.
What was that?
Was that you? Oh my god.
So all the stuff we're walking on is not the original catwalks, but anything you see that's like the tiny little ones like that, where they have like the black metal handle or like rail, those are going to be the original catwalks.
Solid look.
They're much like
Connor's efficiency brain must be going crazy. True.
So this is the propeller box. It is the last main propeller attached to the Queen Mary. We've built a box on the outside of the ship. The reason why it's a paranormal hotspot, it relates to the Curacao incident that I talked about earlier in the rope locker with the ship colliding with the HMS Curacao in 1942. I said 339 sailors died in that accident, and they did, but not all of them died on the impact from the ship. Some of them who did not die on the impact were then sucked into the propellers of the Queen Mary, and that is unfortunately how they died. So the room just has a very gross type of energy and kind of just residual kind of haunting, so that makes people feel very sick very quickly.
It was really cool.
And then Shia had a story too.
I'm still thinking about that. That was so gross.
What happened?
I don't know.
Shia,
Can you
what
hear me?
happened?
I don't have mine on.
They can hear you through this.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I can hear
So when we were going through the different locks that we were in the engine room, I'm sorry to recount the story. When we were going through, there was the one door of 13 where the unfortunate accident happened. After everyone went forward, I had my funny little my little talk box, and Buff and I stood there and just said, "Hey, give us a sign if there's anybody here. If there's anything here, just give us a sign there's something that's real." And it just said one word, and it just said, "Jonathan."
Wait, we need Code Red to say it in the voice.
Oh my god.
And I'm not saying I Googled any name or something that afterwards to see afterwards, but that's pretty close. that kind of gave me goosebumps. I don't. Ooh.
Wait, so that is the name?
Ew.
Wow.
Yeah. That's,
We're actually gonna
that was creepy.
Wow. And on that note,
I'm leaving.
Everything it could have said.
Yeah, literally.
what are the
I'm outta
actual odds?
Please watch your step.
0.
It's slippery.
This poor guy put in all the work and we're just ruining it.
That's kind of creepy. I mean, the odds of that happening are pretty low
Why is
on
Buff
coincidence.
so sad?
So
Because it hasn't said another name either.
no, well, I did say one other name, but it was not.
What?
Oh, shit. That's right.
Damn, they call this Shaq.
Okay, nice. Oh, we hit the door.
Stairs are so fun. If it makes you feel better, normally when I take you to the
Because
bedroom,
she
they have to go
said
down the
here,
stair
huh?
tower. That's 6 flights of stairs.
Wow, flatter. Wow. Thank you, my
There was another person before in chat that were like, Buff is so beautiful.
Ah!
Off blazes.
Right, Connor, did you hear
Bro,
that?
my chat is raising her up.
You guys have to head down towards the other side. I'm just gonna have to close this behind.
We had a deal hanging around with Buff.
Sorry.
You see the true ugly side.
Yeah, I know what it is. The animals of zoo.
There's 2 wolves inside of her. Buff does wish them.
Furry Ben. That worker guy from earlier. Oh boy.
It's cool though, looking at the side of the ship and just being able to walk right next to it. Very cool.
Whoa.
It's so big.
Feel the sea air.
They get water and power from the city. How the hell do they get that in? With all like the boat rocking and tide going up, is it like it must be flexible? But like, damn, it's cool.
Probably similar to like power lines.
Sure. But the pipes for the water feel like.
Oh.
How would that? I don't know. It's like when I see those Facebook videos of like how the Romans built bridges in water. And I'm like, I mean, I'm looking at what's happening. I just don't get it. And I have a degree in it.
Monkey brain.
I guess so. I can't wait to hear the story.
Monkey brain.
The story was the highlight of my day. The story's so sick, chat. Listen to this door.
Engineering major.
Rob, if you go, I go.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, wait, but everybody needs to shut up and hear the door.
Oh, yes, you're right.
It's so good.
Whoa.
Every time.
That's amazing.
Cinema.
That's a nice sound. Oh, even better on the way back. It's okay.
Say the name. Oh.
Jonathan. It's a great horror movie also.
Finn, what's next?
Me locking this really quick.
Oh yeah, locking's good. You got this.
There we go. What's next is
Is Jonathan
like this
following
way.
that? I don't know.
Alright.
Hopefully not.
The dust.
I'm allergic to dust.
What?
Yeah, pretty badly.
This is like the home of dust.
Yeah. So this place is extra scary.
Oh, allergic. Leave her alone.
I'm allergic to dust. I'm allergic. I'm just a girl.
You're such a sweet, beautiful, fair, frail flower.
What the fuck?
I'm just a tiny woman. I'm so
talking
small
about
and
yourself?
tiny.
True. I turned sideways and I got lost.
So we're back at the entrance to the first class swimming pool. This is in case you want to be able to continue to look inside or anything like that. Now I brought you to a few paranormal hotspots, but truthfully the entire ship is considered haunted. Every month we have hotel guests who see shadow figures in their room. The doors open and close on their own. The lights will turn on and off, or you'll leave and come back, all the water fixtures are on. Strange things that can't quite be explained. I say this because unfortunately we are reaching the end of our paranormal ship walk tour. However, if you guys have anywhere else you would like to go or want to see again, I'm also totally fine with taking you to those places, because this is not a standard paranormal ship walk tour, so you guys are totally fine. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, now is your time to ask. If you did enjoy the general tour, my name was Finn. If you did not, my name is Captain James. So
okay.
Thank you very much. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, or anywhere else you'd like to go.
Oh, good.
I think we're good.
Chat, go give Finn a positive review for his amazing tour. Round of applause.
You're the best, Finn.
Round of applause for Finn.
Tell him, sir.
Yeah.
Sir. Finn, you served.
Thank you. I do my best.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving
You guys
us
are
a
very
great
fun
tour.
groups. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Finn.
Yes, of course. If you guys have anywhere else you need to, like, do you want me to return you somewhere? If you need, like, directions or...
Should be okay. The elevator's just there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The elevator's right there. That's the inside one. The outside one also works as well. But if you're... I think you guys are staying on board from what you've said. So that inside elevator would take it any level.
Cool. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate
Thank you guys so much.
it.
You guys are very fun, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Finn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Finn.
Oh, yippee, oh my god. All right, well, I guess we'll wrap it up there, Mouse. Hope you enjoyed the tour.
Yeah, I had a great
have a
time.
question.
Oh.
Because what is the deal with
Yeah?
room B340? Yeah.
I got you, King. So... My bad. So... B340 is considered to be the Queen Mary's most haunted stateroom. If you ever look up the story of B340, what's going to come up was there's a crazy homicide-suicide in the room. That is completely false and entirely made up. So if you've ever seen any YouTube video where they say there was a murder, I'm so sorry. They lied to you. That being said, there was a death inside the room, but it wasn't anything crazy. It was simply man found dead in bunk. We don't even know his name. We call him Walter. Walter is the ghost that haunts room B340. There was reporting haunting there in the 1950s. A woman staying in the room in a passage reports her sheets getting pulled down one night. She pulled them back up. They get pulled back down. Eventually, she opens her eyes and sees a shadow man at the foot of her bed. She screams. Man vanishes. Let's alert the night shirt comes running to check on her. She calms down a little bit. She explains what happened. He then informs her, ma'am, I've been in this hallway all night. No one has come in and no one has left your room. This is the first of hundreds of reporting hauntings in B340. When I got to Long Beach, it was turned to a hotel room. Quickly gained infamy for known as very haunted. Guests assigned the room report shadow figures, the doors opening, closing, lights turning on and off. The freakiest one is there used to be an original armoire in the room. At night, people hear banging coming from inside the armoire. Got to the point that guests assigned B340 would press a switch or wouldn't come on board altogether. So the Queen Mary decided to shut it down. For several decades, it was actually simply used to store toilet paper. But in 2017, the Queen Mary marketing team decided to bring it back, except now they're going to market it as a haunted hotel room, because guests now like ghosts a lot more than they did in the 60s and 70s. That's why you're all here. So we renovated the room, we reopened it. The only difference is, I'm hoping there's a person. There's a person, okay, thank God. That's the elevator. That one is a little freaky because it is original to the ship, so sometimes it'll go to levels and it'll just open and close on its own. Anyways. It's fine.
Fair enough. I'm gonna tell your friends.
So in 2017, they opened the room, except now, again, they said it was haunted. So to stay in the room, you had to sign a waiver. There's a 3-month waiting period. The room came with a pack of tarot cards, Ouija board, and the bathroom mirror told you how to play Bloody Mary. So they really leaned into being haunted. We had a lot of promotional guests who came and stayed. For our first round promotional guests, about an hour in, they called onto the hotel lobby and they say, hey, we really love the room. It's really cool. It's really creepy. But could you please turn off the special effects? We want to take a nap. Hotel lobbies say, glad you love the room. This is a 9-year-old ship. The most we can do for you is turn off your lights. I don't think you want that now that you know we don't have special effects. At first, the couple was really excited because they want to go something they're getting. So they're like, yay, ghosts, hang up. Hour later, now they're at the hotel lobby requesting to switch rooms. This was incredibly common. When it was this haunted hotel room, the average checkout time was between 2 and 3 in the morning. I'm sure they had a fantastic time. Reports of what was happening was pretty consistent to what was happening in the 60s and 70s. And in 2019, the Queen Mary actually shut it down once again because it was getting too many complaints of it being haunted, even though you signed a waiver saying it was haunted. So for about 5 years, it wasn't used for anything. Up until September of 2024, it has been reopened as now an active hotel room again, so people can stay inside B340 once again. That's why I don't talk about it on this tour, because there's actually guests currently in B340. Now, it's gained its reputation for being super haunted, even though only one death occurred inside, and the reason why, it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Throughout the years, because it gained its reputation for being very haunted, hundreds of people either perform seances or use Ouija boards in the room. And it's thought to have brought in a lot of energy that was not supposed to be here originally. It's also why it is the only space on board where people report aggressive hauntings. People in B340 have been scratched, they've been pushed, they've had their hair yanked, stuff like that doesn't happen anywhere else. In fact, about 2 months before we reopened it as a hotel room, one of my fellow tour guides was able to bring a group in there. And as she's telling the story of B340, she watches as a woman in her tour group who's there was in a ponytail, it starts to stick straight upright. And then her entire head gets yanked backwards, even though no one is standing behind her and no one is touching her. Again, this kind of stuff is thought to be because of energies been brought on board the ship that wasn't supposed to be there. It's also why when I am given the opportunity and there's not guests in there, I don't like going in there. There's actually still a Ouija board in there to this day that guests can use if they're staying in the room. So that is why it's considered to be such a haunted stateroom, and that is the story of B340.
Cool.
Wow.
You're
That's what's on your Ouija board. It says
3-month waiting period?
Yeah.
Now it's not that. Now it's not a 3-month waiting period. When it first opened, it was.
You can show chat. It's on your little Ouija
Oh
board.
yeah, it does show that. Yeah, let me show you chat. I guess the marketing team know what they're doing. B340. Wow. Except the Ouija board can't go to any of them except for B. So, not the best. But you know, it's cute. And Hasbro get their licensing fees. Thank you for the harmonic.
I was wondering where that came from. I was like, no, that's a
The
harmonic.
ghost has a harmonic.
I was like, they're getting jiggy these days.
Alright, well, I guess that's any final questions? Any final questions? All good?
I can show you guys one final room if you want. I don't have a ghost story for it. It's just a really cool room if you want to see it.
Yeah.
I got y'all. We're going to go this way. It's really close. It's literally this way.
Oh, that's great news.
I was like, actually, we're going up 6 flights of stairs. And then back down 10 flights of stairs. We have 3 elevators. And you have to actually swim across the ramp.
I want to see that cool room.
Cool room.
If there's a ghost in
Not
there,
spooky enough.
Did I pick the wrong piece?
I'm going to spank his ass.
Please do. I love that.
All right. You can head on in.
Oh, this is fun.
You'll see it. Once it gets to the opening, you're going to turn, or like, you'll see.
It's just like a jail.
Oh,
Yeah.
Big wheel.
we're never going home now.
Big wheel. Big wheel.
The ballroom? Oh, it is the ballroom.
Yay. Oh, I was really
Oh, that's where the ghosts dance.
I'm glad. I want to see this. I'm guessing it's used for events.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is the Grand Salon. It was the first-class dining room. It's our largest room on board. It was built to accommodate all 800 first-class passengers. Wow. It's, in my opinion, just a really cool room. It has the largest piece of artwork on board, which is that one. But what I think is way cooler is actually this thing right here. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So what it
I've
is,
seen this in a movie.
you actually have, let's see what's filmed in here. The Parent Trap filmed in here.
Did they film a movie in here? I swear I've seen
Yes,
it.
they filmed multiple movies in here. They filmed, Being Ricardo's, they filmed something in here. The Parent Trap, they filmed something in here. The Netflix original series Griselda filmed in here. A lot of things film in here. Or if you've ever seen the 1970s movie Poseidon Adventure, they did a lot of filming on board because that movie's actually based off of the Queen Mary. But what makes this really cool? Is it
a progress bar?
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's a progress bar.
Oh, that's
so there's 2 ships.
Chat, there was this one movie that came out a while back ago that it was like this woman that she kept like, she was like trapped in a loop going on a ship.
Every night when the first class guys would come in, they would update it. So they
You know what I'm talking about?
Does it move or is that, or they would like paint it?
It was supposed to be able to move on its own, but it never
I think
did.
it was
So
triangle.
we just have to update it.
But like when you say update, they're literally like painting, like repainting, or does it like
I
slide?
swear that was the
Oh,
ballroom.
I see. The squares.
Yes.
Thank you.
On like those little tracks.
Got it.
Mouse, was it Parent Trap you remember it in? Maybe?
No, it was like a movie where like this woman, I think Chad is saying triangle.
Triangle?
She was like stuck in a loop where she kept going on a ship and she couldn't get off.
Maybe. I was like, I don't know every single thing that's been filmed on board, unfortunately. There's a ton.
Yeah, I imagine.
My favorite is the Jonas Brothers SOS music video filmed on board. They did.
Oh, shit, the Jonas Brothers.
The Jonas Brothers, they were here.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Does any kind of like events get held here?
Yeah, we have events in here so people book this space, but it's the only like consistent thing is every Sunday we have like a brunch in here.
Oh, wow.
Like a little Sunday
I
brunch.
noticed there's like flags from different countries around. What's the deal with it?
So that is from, they're kind of remnants from, we kind of keep them in here basically, but the Queen Mary has a huge New Year's Eve thing that happens every year.
Oh.
And the rooms on board get themed after different countries.
Oh, wow.
So I don't remember what the Grand Salon was. I think it changes year by year. So we just have a bunch of the flags because we have like, the theme is basically international for like our New Year's celebration, which is like a huge thing. Like, I think last year I had to work it. There was like more than 2,000 people on board. It was crazy. So that's what this space gets used. The space also gets used for events. So the one we just had was our 4th of July event, which was also really big. And this was like it was like a country themed room. I don't know.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeehaw.
Cool. Yeah. The other artwork, if any of you care, I don't know. The wood carvings on the side, I really like them. They're really cool in my opinion because they tell the history of ship making.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
There's much cool artwork and stuff. I don't really have a ghost story, but it's just a really pretty room.
I don't know what that guy's doing with the woodworking, but you know what? His thing is out. Look at the thing doing the wood forming.
Oh my god, his thing is out!
I don't know about woodworking, but he was working that wood.
Wait, Mouse. Don't you love birds?
No.
Look. Birds. Birds of the New World.
What the heck? Why would you show me this?
Isn't it kind of neat though?
No.
Okay.
Why is this beak like that?
Because that's a bird. Oh, there's more birds over there. Look at that.
Let me see. Oh wow,
like this?
more birds.
We should go look at them up close.
That white peacock's pretty cool. Oh yeah? You gonna show them to me?
You want to see the birds?
Yes.
Oh, let's have a look at the birds.
Yes, show them to me.
Gotta look at the birds.
Those birds. Peacocks.
What? Oh.
Whoa, what the?
Look at that white bird. That bird's crazy.
Whoa.
It's like Griffith from Berserk.
It's a
Oh, so
peacock.
that's birds of the New World, and that's birds of the Old World. Oh, that's kind of cool. So.
Oh yeah, you drew that? Damn, chat,
Apparently
you're
it's
so talented.
the birds of England. Apparently it's from the time. That's cool. Neat. Cool artwork. No, not
England?
haunted. Just a good piece of
Also, those are
artwork.
your birds.
Yeah, I mean the ship has a ton of cool artwork. It's known for like its Art Deco style.
Yeah, it's
so
so
that's why, like,
awesome.
we also have history tours and stuff.
Yeah.
Because this is one of the it's one of the last ocean liners from that time period that's still standing because the Queen Elizabeth sank. The Normandy, which was also like big at the time, sank. The Titanic obviously sank.
Not a good track record of keeping these boats.
Hey, we're here.
Hey,
We're here.
true,
We stay
true.
up, we stay up.
Well, it's because the Americans got it. If we had it, we would have sank it somewhere, or it would have got like pillaged and like separated into parts in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was too topical of a joke.
I'm like, yes, I'm very up to date.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Sorry, Finn.
You're fine.
All right. Well, I don't think there's anything left to see.
We
I
won't
think we've
say bye with the other people.
Yeah, we'll say bye to everyone. We're gonna say bye.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We'll wrap it up now. Time to say goodbye.
Come say goodbye. Come say
Bye.
goodbye.
Oh, we were streaming. That's
Bye.
crazy.
What?
Okay,
We were
bye.
streaming. We were streaming.
Bye.
Bye.
What's going on,
Thank
right?
you for having us.
Thanks for having us, Mouse. We love you.
I love you too.
I
Thank
love
you.
you.
Thank
Wait,
you
I'm
for
gonna hug
taking
you.
us on this adventure.
There we go. Hug.
Yeah, the Roblox wave. Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Thank you, Finn, as well. Finn's off to the
Thank
side.
you,
So Finn was
Thank you,
instrumental.
Thank
Finn was
you,
instrumental.
everybody. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Panini.
Thank you, Finn. All right. Well, thank you for joining, Mouse. I hope you had fun. And
Yeah,
we'll
I
leave you
did.
to it.
I had a great
We'll
time.
leave you to it. I think we're all
Okay.
EP.
Yeah, we're EP.
It's late. All right. I'll have fun. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.